I want to take a quick few minutes to run through the course syllabus and the course schedule with you. This is a course that emphasizes skills that you need to read and to evaluate research and how it applies to clinical practice for currently practicing nurses. I hope that you will gain an appreciation for the importance of nursing research in improving patient well-being through quality nursing care. You can read your course learning objectives and look at the essentials that you need to know. But let's go down to what's probably more important to you. You need to have 2 course textbooks. They are The Essentials of Nursing Research, Appraising Evidence for Nursing Practice, the 10th edition, and a step-by-step guide to conducting an integrative review. I also highly recommend you have a copy of the APA Publications Manual. It is not required, but since you are writing in the APA format, it will be helpful to you. And then let's go down to grading. There are rubrics provided for you on Canvas. You can take a look at those. I am not a fan of rubrics. I think that they stifle creativity and they result in worse grades, largely because they stifle creativity. I think that people try to use them as a checkbox, and I hope you won't do that. They are there for you as a guide. There are points assigned to them so you can see what I think is important, and that is about as far as I would go with them. They are a guide for you, but you have to be creative, and there is no way to be creative if you're trying to check a box. There are several assignments that are important and some that are just in here because it's stuff that you have to do. So you need to read the course syllabus and the schedule. You have to do it to get a grade in the class, and you have to acknowledge that you did it. You are responsible for anything that is in the course syllabus and the course schedule. I want you to start your semester by setting goals for yourself in what you hope to learn. I'm going to have you do that in SMART Goals format, and there is a template for you to use. The next thing you're going to need to do is your city training. There's a link in the course to where you can find the city training. It's fully online. It's free. Once you do it, you get full credit for just uploading the certificate showing me that you have completed that training. Next, you are going to write and post for everybody to review 4 different paragraphs from your paper, and there's guidelines on what I want you to write about on Canvas. Each of these are 50 points each, and the purpose of this is so we can give you early feedback about your writing and the road you are going down in writing your paper to make sure that if there's a problem, we catch it early. These paragraphs are not total sections. They're just a paragraph or 2 that will become part of a section. Your discussion board post will also feed in to your paper, so I would highly recommend you write them in Word and then cut them and paste them into the discussion board, so when you put them in your paper, you're not having to take them out of the discussion board to put them into your paper. The formatting would be a mess. I want a draft of your paper, and the date is listed below. So you will need to give me a full draft. Once you have given me that draft, I will arrange to have almost a full day of office hours to meet with any student that wants to meet to go over the paper. The only way I go over this paper is through office hours. There is no written feedback. Both the teaching assistant and we will both have office hours that week. And we will make sure there's time to meet with anyone that wants to meet. So you might want to plan your work schedule now. Look at the dates. The office hours are on Wednesday. I'm also in my office most of Thursday, and you can schedule an appointment for then. But plan ahead. Um, then you will make any changes you want to make, and you have to submit your full paper, and then you are going to write and do a presentation about your paper. The presentations are quick. I only want 5 minutes. And the purpose is to explain why your topic's important and what impact it should have on patient care. If you are going to ask somebody in your place of employment to let you do an evidence-based practice project, you're going to have to sell it to them. This is practice selling it to them. And you'll end your semester the way you started it, by taking those SMART goals and evaluating yourself and see if you learned what you wanted to learn. There are details here of all the information that you need for the course, information about what is expected, and outlines of how to write your paper. Your grading criteria is here as well. Take a look at this. These are set by the university and the College of Nursing. And then the course format. This is a fully online course. All discussion board posts are due Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. and all replies are due by Saturday at 11:59 p.m. Make sure you give substantive posts. Telling somebody they did a good job, not helpful. Be kind, but offer feedback that helps them write better and do a better research paper and ultimately get a better grade. You want to help people grow. There's guidelines here on how to communicate, and there's guidelines on course expectations. This is a quick course. It is 8 weeks. You are doing a full 16-week semester's work in 8 weeks, which means you're doubling up. And we always tell people that you do 2 hours out of class for every hour in class. That means you're doing 6 hours in class a week. You're doing about 18 hours of work a week on this course. It's a lot if you're working full time. Don't get behind. It is impossible to catch up in a course like this if you're behind. That being said, if you feel you're not going to be able to do the class and you decide that you just can't meet the expectations and you're going to drop the class, don't just stop coming and think I'm going to drop you. I will not in an online course. I leave that up to you. I don't know what's going on with people. I'm not seeing you every week. And while I will send you email messages and ask you, are you going to do the work? It is up to you to withdraw if you are not going to be able to successfully complete the course. And then the last thing in this class is I don't accept late work. The only way I will accept late work in this class is if you go through the Dean of Students and you get approval for them saying there's an extenuating circumstance. Then I will accept late work. Otherwise, there's really no way to catch up, and because so much of it's based on discussion boards and feedback from peers, your peers have already moved on to the next assignment, and it really isn't fair to ask them to backtrack to take a look at your work as well. Now, let's take a quick look at the course schedule. You need to pull this course schedule up and you need to put these dates in your calendar so you know what's due when. There is a lot. This is your master document. It tells you when things are due. This always trumps anything in Canvas, okay? Every once in a while, there will be a date that's off in Canvas. That happens. Always trust this document. If you have any questions, call me, email me, text me, or join me for office hours, and I will be happy to help you. Thank you.